It's Jane Dagny from Designers Today, sitting with Garrison Hullinger from Garrison Hullinger Design.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have you here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we've met at a bunch of markets here and there, but never really sat down together. So
No, not in private.
no, but you did your journey for the September issue of Designers Today, and I feel that's when I started to get to know you.
Yeah.
So let's let other people get to know you a little bit more.
Okay.
You opened your design firm 10 years ago.
Yeah, year 10.
How did you, and you've had an interesting past, which
Yeah.
we'll get to, but how did you come into design and where is your company going? Because you're growing very rapidly.
Definitely growing. Trying to harness that a little bit right now. You know, it's scary. But I think, for me, it was going through a lot of change in life.
Like what?
Yeah, I know. You're so good at this. I'm getting better at sharing. So I spent 5 years in recovery from a brain injury and had to learn to walk and speak. What was going on in my life, I didn't know. I was reliant, on my husband taking care of me. And one of the big pieces is that we always loved remodeling and fixing up houses. And in San Francisco, we fixed up 3 houses. And that became my job and my role in life, And so then we moved to Portland and bought a house that was kind of pretty restored, but I worked on it for a year and a half, and then it got picked up and published 7 times.
Wow.
Yeah, that was in 2007, 2008.
One house published 7 times?
Yeah.
Was it like different stories, like here's our kitchen, here's the whole house, here's 10 tricks we did? I mean, how did you...
A lot of it was like, it's funny, a lot was about the color. They were shocked by the color.
What was it?
I used all these rust and brown and umber tones in an old Foursquare Craftsman. And I think everyone was painting everything white at the time. It was before the Great Recession. And for me, I love jewel tones, and a lot of our art that we'd been collecting, in San Francisco was dark and warm because it went against our white walls in San Francisco.
Yes.
And so then that kind of exposed me. And I started working at a furniture store to learn more about furniture. In 2007, and then I, in 2009, did a show home.
Yeah.
And in 2010, I hired my first part-time employee.
And now how many people work for you full-time?
Just under 30.
And you started in the residential arena, and now you are doing projects of all sizes. And
Yeah, I love residential, and I think too, because for me it's the great part is getting into the way the person's going to live. And the mantra of my company is affordable, livable, practical in all aspects. And we've been able to take that, and as I gather and collect employees and their talents, they have hospitality experience or they have commercial experience. And so that's kind of brought us into their knowledge, what they can do. For me to help form the way we do business and processes. That's kind of my strength.
That's kind of your strength. And your strength for that, I know you share in a podcast called Coast to Coast, which was born out of the Shays Lounge.
Right.
You're going into your 2nd year of the podcast.
Yeah.
What's new on the podcast?
This is season 3.
Oh, season 3. Okay. But
Second year.
Second year of season 3.
Oh yeah, you're spot on.
All right.
Yep, not calling you out.
Okay. Yay.
But yeah, and so it's Coast to Coast Design, and Nick May had this crazy idea. He's like, you are so different than some of my other friends, the way you guys run your business. He's like, it'd be fun just to sit behind you in a cafe and hear you guys talk about business. And so that's how it started.
Kind of like an eavesdropping.
Yes. Yeah. And so there's no guest. And so Catherine Hairsocker, who's out of Aiken, South Carolina. So we've done 2 seasons together. Life is taking her on a break right now. And so there's a new co-host, Lisa Davenport, who has this amazing firm out of Connecticut.
Yes.
And I believe 8 or 10 staff there, and then she has more staff in Florida, which is kind of a new.
Okay.
She just took over a firm a couple years ago.
When will that launch? When does the 3rd season launch?
So we're bulking up shows right now. So I believe that launches the end of February.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and it's all about business. That's all we talk about.
Yeah. All right.
And trends. We talk about if we've been to a show or something, why you should go.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, that's business, right?
It
I
is.
mean, getting your resources, networking a little bit. You're born in Kansas.
Yeah.
Raised kind of farm work, right? All right, you're going back to Kansas. You've got a good new gig. Just quickly tell us about what you're doing for your hometown, your home state.
It's unbelievable to be contacted by my hometown, some investors. When I left the town many years ago, it was about 10,000, 11,000 people. It's down to 7,700 now.
What is the name of the town?
Wellington,
Kansas.
Yeah,
okay.
south of Wichita. So downtown is occupied. Only a few businesses are left. The rest of them are boarded up or they have storage in them. There's 4 blocks of historically designated businesses. And so there's an investor group who's coming in and helping purchase or purchasing buildings. There's a conglomerate.
Yeah.
And so I'll be working on 3 of the historical buildings.
So revitalization,
rebranding,
bringing it back to life. Wow.
And really helping. And when I met with these people a year ago in April, it was all about, I want to bring a small business incubator to the business owners and the makers. So we're doing work with millennials, zennials, like really young people, 19, 20-year-old people that do tattooing or hair color.
Are those zennials?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they need that support that business owners just don't know.
Wow.
So we're bringing in accounting, HR, marketing, so that will be a basis for them to help grow. And then hopefully some housing where they'll be able to have apartments above, this 100-year-old store, and my team will be working on these.
That's exciting to help the locals, bring a sense of community and support, and in a beautifully designed spaces, thoughtfully designed.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I never would have thought of this. So it's really incredible.
No, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Wellington.
We're hoping there'll be a hotel that I'll be working on and all my friends in the design industry can come.
That would be amazing.
That's my hope.
All right. Well, until then, let's say goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.